welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. You know that lady over there in the beige suit?
Stephanie Rawlings Blake.
That's the mayor. You were going to run for mayor. You know what? I got to tell you right here on Be More News. I don't know what you had planned, but
yes, sir.
I'm just glad you did the right thing.
You think I did?
4 or 5 people in the race can't beat an incumbent.
Okay.
Somebody's got to do something.
Well, part of the reason I stepped back is because I've done this before, as you recall, and I thought that you're right. There were so many folk in, and nobody wanted to sit down and figure it all out.
So who do you endorse?
So I stepped back.
Everybody
I'm
worried
Carl
about
Stokes for City Council, 12th District. 12th District.
Not for mayor.
City Council, 12th District.
You know,
how do you think I should be spending my time in a race that I left wide open?
Yeah,
that other people have jumped into.
But the mayors over in East Baltimore said East Baltimore leaders endorse Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake. And I'm just wondering, like, what kind of chicanery is going on? Because they said recently that, I don't know, I mean, what are your thoughts? Help me out. We're trying to get some clarity and some sanity to an otherwise perplexing situation.
How do you get clarity and sanity in an insane asylum? So I'm running for City Council, 12th District.
No, the mayor's race. I mean,
listen, seriously,
okay.
I walked away from it, and I left a lot of people in my district vying for this council seat. In all seriousness, I really need to spend my time taking back that district. And so it's an interesting race already for me, and so I'm working hard to keep that, and that's where my focus is. Thank you for trying to get me off focus, but I'm staying in that race, brother.
What issues are important to your district?
That's very big.
12th District,
jobs,
right?
Absolutely. East Baltimore, Charles Village, got a new part of the district in Washington Hill down off of Broadway. Jobs, jobs, creation of jobs, folk need jobs, and housing. You know that we encompass the Johns Hopkins EBDI area where 800 families have been just taken out.
What happened to that? I mean, we're trying to understand. We're trying to make sense of that.
Yeah.
800 families displaced. Was it a good process?
No.
Are those people? It wasn't.
Well, how could
because
it be good? Because they wanted to stay there. They wanted not to stay in the bad housing, not to stay in a bad neighborhood, but they were promised there would be a new neighborhood built.
I just left some people who defended EBDI to the hills, and I said, all I know is I look over here now and it looks like a ghost town.
It is a ghost town. You're from that part of town.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Patterson Park and Landville.
Absolutely. So what we want is reparations for folk who were living there for so many years. It's
who's speaking up on their behalf?
Well,
and I tell you honestly,
yeah.
it's really challenging trying to understand what to get excited about President Bernard Jack Young when that was his area, in part.
Okay,
but it just, you can imagine how we're confused in the community because for a long time he did work there, right?
Right, I think he gave an effort, frankly. I know he gave an effort.
You know he did.
I know he gave an effort.
Okay, well, we're glad to hear that vote of confidence.
He needed some other horses with him, frankly.
Like the state senator, or the state delegates?
Absolutely. Yeah, and now he has another city council person, 2 city council people, actually, Warren Branch being the other helping. And so there's a lot of power concentrated there for what was going on, right? The city government, EBDI, major so-called anti-poverty funders, all were there saying this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it. And
at the end of the day, what happened?
At the end of the day's not over yet. We're halfway through the day. It's been 10 years. There's probably a good 8 to 10 years left. So we are now in.
Wow, can you imagine what kind of ghost town it's going to look like then?
No. It's
a big football field.
Actually, last week we just looked at plans for new housing of about 2,000 units. So, and it's home ownership and it's rental, but we are looking at it, we saw it, and we're putting our input and stamp on that now. And just as important is who gets the jobs, because you know what, in the first 10 years, only 5% of the money went to that footprint, to people who lived there, to businesses that were in there. And so we're going to increase that by tenfold at least.
Good deal. Thank you for your time, Baltimore City Councilman Carl Stokes. Any final thoughts?
Vote for Carl Stokes, 12th District City Council.
Keep watching BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.